Yes, people, good morning. Welcome to Stretford Paddock. I am Adam Acola, and the mornings are so much easier when Manchester United have won. And last night, Manchester United did win 3-0 against Bournemouth to bring home 3 points and to make it 3 consecutive league wins, 4 wins on the spin since the return after the World Cup. Things are going quite well for Manchester United at the moment, but we know after this next round of cup games, after the game against Everton at Old Trafford in the FA Cup, and after the game against Charlton in the League Cup quarter-final, Manchester United will play Manchester City and Arsenal. And at the moment, City are a point ahead of us with a game in hand, and Arsenal are 9 points ahead of us on the same games played. If we were to beat those two teams, we'd be looking quite decent in the table, wouldn't we? But long way to go yet. And we have to, of course, beat those teams before we can get, start talking about where that may leave us and stuff. But in terms of the objectives for the season, Manchester United and Erik ten Hag were tasked with getting back into those Champions League spots, making us competitive, and hopefully bringing a trophy home. And at the moment, so far, still going strong in cup competitions, and so good, we're still doing okay in the league. So it feels good right now, but we know early days, you got to keep this going. We're going to get stuck into all the post-match reaction from yesterday's game. Some quotes from Luke Shaw, the manager. Donny van der Beek's injury, so gutted for him as well. And a few more things. So kick back, get a coffee, relax, and we're all feeling good right now. So let's enjoy this. Luke Shaw said after the game, the strides we're taking are in the right direction. There's still a lot to improve, but things are really positive and we feel the confidence and belief is back. You feel it on the training ground in the stadium, and hopefully the fans are enjoying it. Yes, we are, Luke. We really are enjoying it. It's so good as well to see a team that's just fully committed to everything. And Luke Shaw, by the way, fantastic goal for him, involved in the build-up as well. But that pass for Bruno Fernandes, who got the assist for Rashford in the end, absolutely sublime. Sublime stuff from Luke Shaw, and he's been incredible. After last season, and so many up and downs with Luke Shaw, I thought Luke Shaw probably finished at United, but he's turned it around again, and we need to get it consistently, back-to-back seasons, but incredible stuff from Luke Shaw. Ten Hag said after the game, it was once again a great performance from Rashford. I said before the season, and the same with Anthony Martial, I believe in the goal because they and the other players will always create. So focus from minute 1 to the last and the chances will come. He said, I'm happy with 3-0. That is obvious and quite clear. But today was not our best game. We didn't play smart as a team and sometimes we were lucky. And you know what? I don't mind him saying that. Keeps the players on their toes. And it's true. It wasn't a great performance. But Manchester United don't have to perform, great at the moment to win games. Under Erik ten Hag, we have the basics right. We're defending well. We're retaining possession well at times. We're doing all those basics correctly. And therefore, we're always giving ourselves a chance in games. And of course, when you have off days or you don't perform at your vintage sparkling best as you may want to, you can still get comfortable results like we did at home. And there were times in that game where I thought we allowed Bournemouth into it. We allowed them to grow confidence at 1-0 and then at 2-0. But overall, got the job done. And you have to think there'll be a lot of fatigue in this team at the moment. A lot of fatigue. You got players coming back from the World Cup. You've got players that stayed behind, that didn't go out to the World Cup, that will kind of be like building themselves back up and trying to get to that peak condition again. So, still a lot more to come from this team. And you look about in the Premier, I think because Arsenal dropped points against Newcastle, we might be the only team to have won all 3 games after the break in the Premier League. So, can't complain at all. De Gea said everyone is really focused. Today we changed the centre-backs and they played really well. The whole team is involved, wants to win, go the same way and play the same way. Yeah, I was happy that we got a clean sheet with Maguire and Lindelof at the back. You can see the difference when Varane and Martinez play. I'm not going to lie, but it was great to get a clean sheet. We're going to have to rely upon them at times. Varane particularly isn't going to be able to play every single game, every single week, every 3 days. So we have to wrap him in cotton wool, and we're going to have to call upon the likes of Lindelof and Maguire. So it was good to see them put in a performance, get a clean sheet, but we are so much better with Varane and Martinez in the team. Ten Hag also said, we scored great goals and should have conceded more. We could have conceded 2, but great saves from De Gea. I'm not happy with that. It's something we have to avoid, which, again, you expect him at this moment. Like, he never gets carried away with a win. He never goes over the top with a defeat. I love Erik ten Hag, I do. Now check this out. This is an interesting one. Manchester United have been linked with a move for Jack Butland. Yeah, it says, Telegraph exclusive, Manchester United are in talks to sign Jack Butland as a backup goalkeeper for the second half of the season. Ten Hag has been in the market for a number 2 since Dubravka's return to Newcastle once his loan spell at Old Trafford ended. He got recalled by Newcastle. Butland went to the World Cup in 2018 and had more England caps than Jordan Pickford at the time. But the Everton goalkeeper has since established himself as Gareth Southgate's first choice, even when he's absolutely useless. He didn't say that in the Telegraph, that was just me. After suffering relegation, alright. Butland is free to talk to clubs about a pre-contract for next season as his deal at Selhurst Park expires in less than 6 months. Look, for your third choice goalkeeper, I think you got Tom Heaton as well. It'd become maybe a worry if you lose David De Gea to injury or something like that. But for me, Jack Butland I'd rather Jack Butland, to be totally honest with you. But I'd rather Tom Heaton. And I'd probably say Tom Heaton's our second goalkeeper, but you do need a third choice. And bringing in someone like Jack Butland, who's an experienced goalkeeper, isn't bad. I mean, who we had in the past as a third choice? Lee Grant. Do you know what I mean? Butland's better than him. So yeah, Jack Butland could be on his way in. A lot of people look at that name and go, oh my God, what's going on? It's a third choice goalkeeper. Relax. There's a story on Donny van der Beek going off in tears after suffering a horror knee injury. I think the player slipped, but I've seen an image of it and it doesn't look too good for Donny van der Beek. I hope he's okay, I really do. You know, just getting back into the team, getting back into the first team, playing football again regularly, and then to suffer that knock, suffer that injury. Hopefully it looked worse than it is. And he's not out for too long, but yeah, got in for him. It's a big setback, do you know what I mean? And United, if we could have got Van der Beek playing well, Ten Hag could have got Van der Beek playing well. You look at you're adding another creative midfielder in there on form, and someone with the ability that we know Donny van der Beek can have. Changes things a bit, but yeah, got it for him, man. Just as he was, maybe getting started under Ten Hag at United, he suffers this injury. Shows you how important not only is, your performances and stuff, you need a little bit of luck as well, and nasty one. Anyway, hope he gets well soon. Let us know your thoughts on everything we've discussed in the comments below, on the game yesterday, on Jack Butland, etc. Some huge weeks coming up for Man United now. 2 cup games, Everton, Charlton, win them. You're in the 4th round of the FA Cup. You're in the next round of the semi-final of the League Cup. Things start to look rosier on the cup competition front, and then you got 2 big games, Arsenal and Manchester City. Who knows what we can do in them? But at the moment, I'm confident enough to say whether we win, lose or draw, we'll turn up and put in a performance and give it a battle. And that's the least you expect of United at the moment. And I feel like Ten Hag is getting those basics right, which means even when we don't have the best of days, we still get 3 points and a comfortable 3-0 win. Anyway, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. I'll see you soon.